Okay. Okay. All right, we're here. Okay. So, actually, I'm having quite a lot of fun doing this. It's really neat interacting with you guys. I just wish I didn't keep breaking my devices here. So yeah, I'll go for a little bit longer. Maybe we'll do another one of these. Yes, I am checking my hair in the thing. So we'll do a few more questions about the record and about other stuff. Yeah, this has been really fun. Thank you guys. I didn't really know what to expect, but I think I feel like we're at like a big like frat party mix or something. We're all wearing name tags like, "Hi, I'm Chad. Yeah, what do you do?" "Well, I'm a sociology major." "Cool. What's your name?" "I'm Brad. I am an economics major." So yeah, I'm having a good time hanging out with you guys. Chromatics. Sort of. Can you tell us a little bit about working with Michael? Well, I've known Mike for a while, since 2006 or something. We've played in several different bands together outside of Snarky Puppy, and yeah, he's probably not watching, so I can say this, but I definitely look up to the guy. He's an incredible leader, an incredible songwriter, an incredible bass player, and just really knows what he's doing and has a work ethic unlike any other. So it's kind of like when you have a commander that you will follow into battle, he's that guy, you know? Whoops. Do you ever feel like you soloed different in the studio under... Well, I feel like I'm soloing differently now, to be honest with you. But kind of, a little bit, you know. In the studio, it's kind of funny. It's like I need to kind of tell myself, like, it's okay if it's, you know, like, everybody wants to be perfect, you know, all the time when they're recording. And sometimes, like, the cool stuff isn't perfect. And it doesn't have to be, because the feeling is there and it's just cool. So I kind of made that a point when I was doing Spark and Echo. Like, the solos to my ears maybe weren't as perfect as they needed to be, but after listening back to the ones that kind of were perfect, we went with the ones that maybe were like the first or second or third take that were just kind of like relaxed and off the cuff and maybe had a little bit of wackiness to them. Well, hey, man, thank you, Mike MC. I'm glad that I could be of service to you. Hey, Gabriel Morales is here, another guitar player to add to the list. Incredible young player from Virginia. Yeah, he's kind of a freak. He's kind of a little virtuoso freak. That's a really dumb way of playing a C major. How'd you ever need to do that? You can just play like that. How come the live studio... Oh, right. Okay, you asked about that. Josh, I'm sorry. So we recorded 5 videos. We recorded the 3 that you saw, Goon Squad Montreal, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Tomorrow I'll be releasing Slant, and then the following week I'll be releasing Somersault. I didn't... You know, the video thing was new for me, so I wanted to... you know, maybe next time we'll record the whole thing and do a DVD of it as well. But, you know, yeah, Little Minx would have been cool to do. But we'll just play it live and you can come and film it with your cell phone, I guess. Hey, Dennis is here. Dennis and I went to college together. And I had the sniffles. So I apologize for that. Hey, we're back up to 72 people watching. That's pretty good, I think. And there's little hearts and things flying across the screen. Whose chops do you use? Well, hopefully mine. I swear it's weird practicing in front of you guys, but I'm okay. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of the mistakes. Play the fight riff. Is that Kiss on the Wall? No. That is Van Halen. And then if you look over here, it's Prince. There he is. How about release the 5 videos in a single downloadable file? It could be increased. Oh, maybe I should do that. Have you played with Eric Gales? Yes, and it's probably some of the most fun musical experiences I've ever had. We played together several times, and he just pushes everybody to another level. I mean, nobody can keep up with him, but he still pushes us to another level. Was Spark and Echo recorded live? Parts of it were, yeah. Drums, bass, some guitars, and then we overdubbed some stuff. So all the stuff that you see in the videos, those are the exact tracks that made the album. None of that is mimed. We weren't miming anything. We just, filmed everything and then put it together in a video. So, yeah, I mean, obviously it couldn't totally be live because there's, some songs with 4 guitar parts on it. So, what is your home studio rig like? Well, it's pretty simple. Kemper, Apogee stuff. I have a Mac. I use Logic. I have a couple mics here if I want to do acoustics or something, or if I want to make mic a cabinet for some reason. And then I have like a rack of guitars over here, and then I don't know why I'm telling you guys about my house. That's weird. Don't come to my house unless you're invited, man. But you're all invited. Come to Fort Worth. We'll hang out. Can you play some DAngelo grooves? Sure. Let's see. That was sort of chicken grease, I think. Right? I think that's it. The end solo on Skate U. I don't think that was a guitar solo on the record. But everybody plays. There's usually a different soloist on that song every night, actually. Will you and Horace be jamming together Thursday? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. If we can keep the gear set up, that could be really cool. I just hope we don't play any straight ahead because I wouldn't stand a chance. How do you practice? Well, in front of you guys, apparently. That's my new thing. I'm just going to practice. It's going to be like, hey, who wants to watch Mark fold on a bunch of stuff? It's called Mark Practicing. Did you have a good time at the Guitar Summit? Absolutely. In fact, for those of you watching, the International Guitar Summit is a collection of guitar players from around the world who come together and give clinics and performances and to generally just hang out and play guitar and chat and interact with the people who register to come be part of the summit. You can get tickets for it and come to these clinics and come to these concerts and hang out with these guitar players. I've been a part of it teaching for the last 4 years, and it's usually in Durham, North Carolina, but this year it's going to be, next year it's going to be in Los Angeles, which will be pretty neat. So everybody's really looking forward to that. What's the one thing you wished that singers got about guitar players? Nicky Lerner, one of my favorite singers, is on. She says, let's see, what's he saying? Well, I don't know, Nicky. You and I didn't have that problem working together, I don't think. You were very good at explaining yourself. I think it's beyond just singers. I think the more you know about guitar and the sounds that guitars are able to get, I think the easier it is to work with guitar players. It's just sort of like, thinking like a producer and being able to communicate an instrument to somebody. Like, for example, I have no idea how to talk to a string player. I have to get someone to do that for me. But I know how to talk to a drummer, or a bass player, or a keyboard player. If you learn the instrument that you don't play, or you just sort of learn how it operates, then you can kind of deal with those people a little bit better. Hey, thank you, Zach. I appreciate it, man. Keep spinning it, buddy. What in-ears do I use? I use CTM in-ears by Clear Tune Monitors in Miami, Florida. Shout out to Caesar. He was here a minute ago. Did winning a Grammy have an impact on your career as a guitar player? Yes. I think it impacted everyone in the band in a positive way. But again, it's still a little bit surreal. None of us really got into this business to win Grammys. But it's obviously nice to be recognized for your work. Now the microscope's on us a little bit, so we got to kind of, bring it every time now, I guess. I feel like getting a private concert while I'm at work. Oh, that's my cousin Anna. I should just come to a private concert at your house. What's your favorite song on your new album? I personally like Slant. I think that's my favorite song. It's sort of a weirder one, but I feel like compositionally it's the most interesting. Crystal Palace is cool too. It's got some neat stuff in there. How often is theory used when you're writing your own songs or playing with the pups? Well, theory happens even when you're playing any kind of music. Theory is just what you call the science of what you're doing. As it applies to if we're thinking about it when we write, no. At least not me. I don't do that. I don't think in terms of the science of how these chords work together. I just think if it sounds good, then I'm happy with it. But I don't think, okay, well, I need to go from a Lydian to a Mixolydian thing here. I don't think about that. But how often do you use the Kemper at home, and why not use it live? I use it at home all the time. I don't use it live because, one, it's not powered, and two, I have some really killer regular amps. But I do use it like on occasion if I'm doing like a church gig or something, or where I'm running direct. So then, yeah, it's like, it's a pretty much amazing direct situation. Crystal Palace. Oh, there's a Lettuce vibe to it. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I dig Lettuce, man. Those guys are awesome, and they're the homies, man. They've been pals of Snarky Puppy for quite a while. So big shout out to them, man. They definitely influenced us and influenced me, and yeah, all that. Lettuce. Do you have any advice to a current guitar music student about to leave college? Man. No. Yeah, kind of. Just be ready, man. Be ready that when you start working, you're not going to have a lot of time to practice. So hopefully you got your practicing done while you were in school. And because when you start working, you start getting gigs, you're going to have a lot less time for that. But yeah, just get ready, man. Get ready to network. Get ready to play lots of different kinds of stuff with lots of different people and take as many gigs as you can get, bro. When you guys get music who's written by Maz, does he write everything out? He may have written out Skate You, but I don't think I ever got a chart for it. And he definitely didn't write out Sleeper. In fact, he finished the demo the morning that we were supposed to rehearse it or record it, actually. What was an early musical experience where you got your ass kicked? Probably, I was talking about doing a Myron Butler live record several years ago. That was really hard. He did a record called Live in Dallas, which is an awesome record. The tunes are great, but I just got my butt kicked. Turned out sounding good, but it was just a lot of information but anyway, it helped me become a better guitar player because I learned a bunch of stuff I didn't even know existed harmonically. So that was a good one. Does Snarky Puppy still own that gold Mercedes? Well, we never owned it. We used to rent it. I think Corey might be touring in it right now, or something gold. But no, we don't. We have a double-decker tour bus that we drive over there. And yeah, too bad we don't have the old Goldie. I might try and take it out with my trio, though, next time we get over there. I think Bill Lawrence might ride in the Goldie. Let's see. What are some other cool sounds? What guitar haven't we played today? I think we played almost all of them. I have this PRS that just showed up. Maybe I'll check that one out. It literally just came in the mail today. So, here we go. It's black and looks pretty metal actually, but does some cool things, I think. Has this neat kind of like I'll turn the delay off so you can hear it a little better. Sounds good so far. This is literally like the second time I played this. Is there a type of music or style of music that you would suggest a musician check out that would be as healthy and be as versatile as me? Oh, well, thanks, Wes. Yes, Travis, I am kind of dealing with some allergies right now. Man, I've mentioned this before, but listen to Prince, because the reason is Prince is so versatile. He's pretty much covered as many styles as possible in his own way. So you almost get other styles that you don't know of sort of in there, you know? And yeah, so it just sort of like, you know, you might be getting hip to like Latin music just by hearing some kind of Prince song that was influenced by Latin music, you know? Alright, so yeah, so there's the PRS. I think I'm going to go back to the garage. Whoops. Here we go. As you can see, I've probably grabbed this guitar about 100 times because it's my favorite, I think, possibly. Bob E. Smith says that garage is super nice. That is because Bob built it. What main is... no. This main Strat is a Dawn Garage. Yeah. They are fantabulous. There's the flood cord. Somebody asked for that a minute ago. What are you currently trying to improve? Oh, man, that's a great question. I'm always trying to get better at playing over changes, I guess, even though I'm not always required to do it. I don't know, man. I think I'm always just trying to continue to be able to sound like myself, whatever that is. I'm still trying to figure out what that is. That's what I'm trying to search for, is get my own sound. I don't know if that has anything to do with improving on stuff, but it might have to do with kind of like consciously shedding certain influences, you know. But not shedding like as in practicing, but I mean like getting rid of, you know, sort of like, you know, like the Jeff Beck thing was almost, it became too much for me. Like I was doing it all the time, you know, and I still do it all the time, but I don't, you know, there already is a Jeff Beck, so I can't do that. You know, sniffles, sorry. What effect you used Saturday night? What was I doing Saturday night? Oh, at the Guitar Summit. That effect. That was this Electro-Harmonix pitchfork, which I was noodling around with earlier. And I have it in fifths right now. Oh, sorry, no I don't. Liar. Here we go. Will you do a Pacific Northwest tour? Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, this thing is really neat, but I'm afraid it might also become a crutch, and I'll just use it too much. Hey Vaughn, what's up, man? Good to hear from you, buddy. Here's something I was kind of working on. Sort of like changing the key of different... Well, not really changing the key, but just sort of like comping a bass line over a static harmonic. So that's pretty neat. Intro the music to Flood, please. Come to a gig, I'll do it there. Do you ever play an acoustic guitar? I do. It's at Daystar right now, or one of them is. I think I have a very out-of-tune old one that belonged to my dad that I do use a lot, but the strings are very old. But yes, I do play acoustic a lot. But, you know, you can't do this on an acoustic. So, anyway, is it evident that Jesus still resides in my guitars? What patch did you use on the M on the clearing? This one, the Growler. It goes like this. Great way to get your keyboard players mad at you. Nick Clark, I heard you used to compose solos. Did that help you become a better improviser and really get concrete ideas out? Kinda, yeah. I do compose, sort of. Not so much. I never really composed all of my solos. There's a few that were, like the solo on Big Duck was composed. The solo on Valerie and Josephine, I think, was. But yeah, it kind of did. It sort of helped me figure out new ideas, you know. Because when I compose a solo, it's almost like writing a song. You know what I mean? So yeah, so you can learn a lot about composition actually just from trying to write a solo, because it should have the same kind of contour as a good song. A good solo should have, you know. After college, did you consider getting a career related to your degree? Yeah, I did, but I couldn't get one. So I worked part-time at a marketing firm here in town. It wasn't really advertising necessarily. It was more kind of like sales and account management. But my boss was super cool, and he was just like, he would just kind of let me come and go as I pleased, I guess, because he really sort of knew that I was more into music than, you know, doing what he was doing there. So Robert Perez, I owe you massively. So yeah, but yeah, to answer your question, I think that was that or something. There it is. There's the end of Big Duck. Sort of sloppily, I think. But yeah, that's a bit of a hard one to pull off sometimes. Hey Mark, what's your preparation process before you play in a live recording? Ugh. I pray a lot because, you know, if you mess up, sometimes you don't get a chance to fix it. Yeah, man, you know, it depends on the thing, but usually it requires just a ton of rehearsals. And, you know, it's just like, oh man, well, hope we get it, because here's our last chance. When you write a tune, then you play it with the band for the first time, do you find that it sounds different than how do you want it? If so, how do you combat that? That's a great question. For me, sometimes I'll get like demo-itis, where you like get so attached to the demo of the song that when you play it with real musicians, you're like, oh, it doesn't really sound like the demo. And that's not good. You know, there might be certain things in the demo that just kind of need to happen, but the overall feel of it can go away once you know, humans get their hands on it. So I do kind of struggle with that sometimes, but the guys I play with always make everything sound better anyway, so I usually just forget about what the demo was all about. Man, you need to upload Veils, chords, and tabs somewhere. Oh, thanks, man. I need to remember how to play that song. I kind of wrote that for the record and then never really played it live, so I think the last time I don't even remember the chord voicing. It's probably not what you wanted to hear from me, but I'm working on it. I need to get there. I like that song. has work to do. Noel Johnson is writing a book. Noel Johnson is one of the greatest guitar players at Daystar. And he's writing a book on modal chord voicings, and it's going to, like, kind of mess you up. He sends me pictures of it every day, and I don't understand what's going on. But he's going to make it all better for you, and he's gonna blow your mind with his massive harmonic knowledge. How long have I been playing? A while. I think almost. Oh, geez. Has it been 20 years? Man, maybe. Man, you're still going. I know. I said I was gonna turn off, but now I'm just sort of practicing guitar, which I don't really get to do much. So this is kind of cool. It's just that everybody's now watching. Thank you, Edna. I appreciate that, man. I'm glad it was a breath of fresh air for you, dude. Drummer, you motivate me. Oh, thanks, Phil. Appreciate it, man. Do you like playing with multiple guitar players? Yes. Yes, because then I don't have to play as much. Wes, does that mean we should get another guitar player in the trio? Maybe. Hey, Don Grosh. Don Grosh is here. He made this. Him and Bob, and the staff there, and they make their own pickups, which is pretty sweet. You ever find yourself in situations where you don't know what to practice? Kind of now is one of those situations. You know, so there's warts and all here today, but that's all right. What are the settings on my... Really? I mean, you know, treble, mid, bass. I think it's mostly treble. Well, no, I rolled the bass off this amp. The Pure 64 has a lot of thump. Yeah, I guess the treble's at about 2 o'clock, mids are straight up at noon, and bass is actually back around 9. Darius. What do I think about equipment about the Line 6 Pod 500 HD? I haven't actually played it, so I don't have an opinion about it yet. But if you like it, you should get it, because that's kind of what it's all about, man. Play what you like, but you should probably play garage and, you know, callings and stuff. And these tremolo pedals. Play bass a little bit. I wish I had played more. I need to practice. What rocket pedals are you currently rocking? I am rocking the Guthrie Trap right now, and the Blue Note. That's what's on my board that is at my feet. Or the Blue Note. Oops. John Scofield a big influence? Absolutely, dude. What is your favorite Bob Lanzetti solo? Probably What About Me. I think that thing really rips. It's so Bob. It's, you know, he's got his whole... It's so Bob. I love it. The solo rules. Mark Lettieri is a badass on it. Shut up, Wes. Yeah. Built-in tremolo. Where's a good place to get started with those R&B bard licks, the R&B stuff? I think my R&B playing might be a little bit more informed by like the way Jonathan Dubose plays gospel chords. He has a great song. This is like, you'll see me play these chords all the time because I totally aped them from him. I added that, but major sevens, and then he'll do like a sus2 with a 3 over a 3. So this would be like a sus1 chord over the 3, you know, and then you can even use that on the 6 or on a minor 2. To the 1, and he'll do flat 7. That again, so this would be a 4 over 6, right? What kind of ceiling fan is that? Jeff McElwain, the tone is in the fan. I'd say, I don't know, it came with the house. But a buddy of mine was like, hey man, it makes a nice tremolo. Which it kind of does. Which guitarist you say to ape that from? Jonathan Dubose, dear friend, and a huge inspiration. I got to play with him this weekend and it was glorious. He's just a wealth of spirit. You know, everything he plays, he puts his whole being into, and you can really, really pick up on that. You know, those are the guitar players that really, you know, I gravitate to, are guys that really you can tell who they are as a person when they play. You know, and if you hear Jonathan and then you meet him, it's like, oh, that makes total sense, right? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love the Cats? My Cats? An 11. I'm going to get one of them. You guys want to see my cats? I'm going to find one of them. Hold on, this is going to be great. Or it's going to be a disaster. 1 second. He was napping. Now he's a little bummed. I think he wants to go back to bed. He was super tired. Sorry, buddy. All right, less cats, more guitar. Love you. There you go. No. Well, hey, man. Jimmy. They were the inspiration for a lot of my tunes. So, you know. Like, in fact, like this one. Yep, they were the inspiration for Catboy, and kind of the inspiration for Goon Squad a little bit. You said 10-inch radius. What is your preferred fret size? I think these are like medium jumbos, 6105s, I think. Who wrote Snarky Puppy's Cat Lovers and Will It Ever Be Released? Spell wrote that, and it's a really beautiful song. We need to record it. So yeah, eventually, I'm sure we will do that one. Ugh, legato needs work. So. I gotta realize that I think all this stuff is like delayed a little bit. What was the inspiration for Slugbug? Well, the game. You ever played Slugbug, Billy? That's the game where you're driving in the car and you see a VW Beetle and then you punch your friend and you yell Slugbug. So that was it. Who wrote Shark Tank? Michael wrote that, and I believe it will be released later on, I think. Who do you practice legato? Well, I don't. I should, but, you know, Satriani was an early influence with that, you know. My buddy Noel Johnston has great legato. I sort of aped some of his licks. Duh. And then Tom Quayle has pretty gnarly legato. Richie Kotzen has great legato. Anyway. How can you remember all the arrangements that you do? Well, sometimes I don't. Did you go to school with Horace Bray? No, I didn't. But I'll be playing with him on Thursday. Yeah, so. You know who else has great legato is Alain Hines. Alright, well, that was a fuzz face, which is fuzz face on top of my Guthrie trap, which is a really awesome sound, but it's very, like, unforgiving, you know, so everything's got to be super into it. I think my cat's really upset. I woke him up. What about Al Di Meola? I never really got into Al Di Meola. Yeah, it's just sort of a different style, you know, that kind of what I gravitated towards, but of course I've heard of Jubu Smith. Yes, I think I shouted him out as an influence a little earlier, but yeah, he's whew. I don't even. That's not even how it goes. But there's a great solo that he did on the Soul Seekers record. Yes, all rocket pedals stack well with each other. Case in point, here's the Guthrie Trap by itself. Here's the Guthrie Trap with the Blue Note. It just makes it even cooler. Is your pasta getting cold? Well, I haven't made it yet, David. Hey, Jamie Ice is here from Green River Ordnance. I also want to know how much you love your cats. Very much, sir. Congrats on the baby. I think you guys just had a kid. That's awesome, man. Heck yeah. And congrats on the record, dude. For sure. Green River Ordnance, check them out. I went to school with those cats, man. Which artist do you most wish you played with that is no longer with us? Well, I mean, I would have always loved to have played with Prince. You know, I probably would have done more watching than anything. But yeah, that one hit me pretty hard, I think, as it would hit everybody. You know, do you ever practice your rock squats? No, but I've gone through a couple pairs of pants doing it, Adrian. Just kidding, no, I haven't. So I keep saying that I'm going to turn this thing off, but maybe secretly I like hearing myself talk. I don't know. That's the tremolo and the fan. So, it's like automatic tremolo with the fan. How about non-guitarist influences? Oh, that's a good question. Plenty of drummers like Bernard Purdie or Alex Van Halen. Plenty of bass players like Pino Palladino, Louis Johnson. Eddie Harris is a sax player. Freddie Hubbard, trumpet player. Pretty much any keyboard player I get to play with. All the guys in Snarky Puppy are huge influences, just listening to them harmonize and comp and solo. Justin, Bill, Sean, Corey, those guys, I don't get it, how they do that stuff, but they do, and I get to play with them. Hey, Moz is here. Speaking of Moz, everyone was asking about Skate U, Moz. That's me totally not reharmonizing correctly Moz's song. They're on the road. Be safe, buddy. Are you guys watching this in the bus? I hope that you're not. Your playing brings back the sweet sounds of childbirth. Here, does this sound like a child? Sounds like a farm animal, right? Wrong! So this is that Jeff Beck stuff I said that I was trying to get away from but never did. Sort of kind of sounds like Scott Henderson a little bit. Somebody asked if I'm still live. I'll be honest, this is the most I've actually just screwed around and played guitar in a while. So the fact that I get to do it in front of you guys is a little nerve-wracking, but I'm still here. That's a fun sound. I'm enjoying that sound a lot. Comedy and guitar. Hey Moz, how are you, buddy? Can I sing? No, I can't, but Moz Maher can. Moz has a record coming out. I'm trying to shout out as many of my pals as I can. I got to play on it. Bob is on it. Sean Martin is on it. I think a bunch of the Snarky Cats are on it. It's coming out on Ground Up Records, and it's gonna rule. Moz, if you know, he wrote Skate U, he wrote Sleeper. He wrote a secret song about his ex-girlfriend. No, I don't know. That didn't actually happen. I'm just trying to embarrass him. But anyway, he's got a record coming out in a couple months, I guess. I hope. And then you will hear it. Enjoy it. When will we hear some Moz too? There you go. I beat you to the punch. Hey, my wife's on. Is she in the other room? That's funny, if she is. Hello, sweetheart. What guitar do you guys want me to play? Jeff, we're going all night. playing all the chords. You still have the butterscotch strap? Yeah, I do. It's over here. I'm having too much fun, Macrolane. Here's the sort of a butterscotch guitar. I think it's technically natural, but like I said, it's detuned. So I'll just sit there and do that for a while. But yeah, this was set up to do the heavy stuff on Little Mix from the new record. It sort of goes like this. Nicky wants to know what my wife's favorite guitar is. I don't know if she has one. Oh, well, it might be this one because it's got sort of like a redhead chick on it. You know. So anyway. Alright. Can you play Lettieri's version of Lead Boots? Oh, crap. The question is, can I even play Lead Boots? What key is it in? G? Oops. Not on this guitar. There you go. Talk about the creation process of Crystal Palace. Oh yeah, man. I kind of was noodling around with that idea, just kind of moving those major 7 chords around. But then I didn't have anything else to go with it. But then I was in England, staying at my friend Camilo's house, and he lives by a neighborhood called Crystal Palace outside of London, and I wrote the rest of that song in his house while him and his wife were at work, and I was chilling there in between some clinics that I was giving, and so that's kind of where the melody came from. Or whatever it is. Something like that. Another tune that I have only played since I recorded it, and I'm going to have to then relearn it once we play it live. But, yeah, the groove on that one is really all thanks to JT, Jason Thomas, and Wes Stevenson just crushing it. Come on, what is Ruben Trejo saying? Come on, please. I don't know what he said. How many guitars do I have? I have enough, Darius, I think. Filibuster. Yeah, we are kind of filibustering Facebook. All right, 10 more minutes and I'm out of here for real, actually. Because I'm running out of things to play. Here, Tim Clifton's here. Well, what is this? Oh, yikes. perform some Snarky Puppy songs? Yes. Yes. It is. Yeah. No question about that. How does this thing work? Oh, there we go. My wife Grace wants to know how often you travel to London. Usually at least once a year, I think. Can you do the same solo that Nick Jonas did? I've done worse, to be honest, actually. Ben, Lex says, what's a good way to improve chord vocabulary? Learn some gospel tunes, man. Any of them. I wish I knew some off... I mean, I do know some off the top of my head, but any of those chord progressions, man. Little Fred Hammond for you. King's X tune. Let's see. Goldilocks. I love that song. What's the synth sound we used on the Mesh Bowl? Mike, didn't I tell you that already? I thought I did. All right, we'll go back to it. Here we go. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Okay. Yep. Growler, line 6. Alright, there we go. Alright. We've got about 7.5 minutes left before we're out of here. So this has been super fun hanging with you guys and noodling around and just playing guitar, man. That's what it's all about, you know, making music, hanging out. Mike, it's okay, don't worry about it. Play some cumbias, bro. I don't know any cumbias. Oh, jeez. All right, yeah, sorry, buddy. Can you please play the beginning to Flood from Snarky Puppy? Well, the actual way to play it is this. If you're talking about the intro, that's different every night, man. You know, that's really just me screwing around in E major, I think, mostly. Ouch. It's basically like guitar demo day. What does a typical practice session look like for you? This. Just not in front of you guys, but yeah, I doodle all day. You know, try to come up with some stuff. Yo, Mark, a founder... Oh, my God. Forget it. I didn't even finish reading that one. All right, we got 5 minutes left. If anybody has any questions about... well, hey, there's no rules to this, obviously. But, you know, I hope you will pick up my new record. If you haven't, no problem. It'll be around for a while. And then, of course, Snarky Puppy has a record out called Culture Vulture. Culture Vulture. Which is our new project, which is totally ruling. It's a real kind of different sound, but a really cool sound, with some great tunes and some killer playing, and like the whole cast of the Pups is on it, man. Featuring the return of the Bobby Sparks. So I've actually been digging it, just listening to it, and I don't really listen to my own music, but I definitely been listening to that one. So that should show you something. Can you show us a very hip voicing? Sure. Weirdest gig story. This might be a good one to finish on. It was on a Ray Johnston gig. I don't know if Ray's still around on watching, but somebody threw a chicken on stage. That was cool. The chicken hit me in the face and fell on my pedal board and started flapping around. It was a gig in like a barn, and somebody brought a chicken. It was a frat party. That should explain a lot right there. But yeah, there was there it was. So, chicken. Ooh, I don't know if I want to use that one. That was fun. What's your new CD called? My new CD is called Spark and Echo, and you can get it pretty much everywhere. I wonder if the action here is low enough to play slide. Probably not. Nope, it's not. Action is definitely too low to be playing slide on this guitar. Did you meet Metheny and Jeff Beck together? I did. I sort of didn't really quite meet Pat, and I sort of met Jeff, but it was very brief. It was like, hey man, you're a huge influence. He was like, thank you. And then we took a picture, and then he had to leave. But hey, it was super nice for him to even do that, so I am indebted to him for many things, really. But yeah, that was super cool. Play the light solo by Journey. Not gonna happen. How would you personally describe your style of music? I think it lives somewhere between rock, soul, funk, and what I sort of consider to be jazz. But I like it all, man. It all kind of shows up. Which Mexican or Latino artist do you think would be a good gig? That's a really tough question because I'm afraid I'm just not super familiar with all of that. But a great friend of mine plays for Julio Iglesias, Mr. Camilo Velandia, who's one of the greatest guitar players I've heard in a while. He's rocking the Pitbull. There you go. Yeah, dale. That's his thing, right? That might be fun. I bet I would get some really nice suits if I was on the Pitbull gig. Hey, there's another cat here. Sending love from Denver. Hey, Jamie and Michelle. Miss you guys. We'll see you soon, I hope. Have a great gig. Snarky's in Denver tonight, so make sure you get out there if you're not already there. I think it's tonight. I hope it's not last night. I think it's tonight. But let's see. Mark, do you prefer the Rocket Archer or the Blue Note? Preferably the Blue Note, I think. But I do have the Archer. I'm just not necessarily like a Klon guy. Yeah, if you like the Klon sound, that's kind of the guy. How about some Michael Hedges? Oh, that ain't happening. Hey, Daryl Anders from MXR is here, so we might as well do some MXR stuff. Back to the phaser. Like I said, I could play this all night. How's the MXR Phase 90? Hey, Andre's here. Hey, I hope those tracks worked out for you, buddy. I think I Dropboxed them to you. Bernard or Luther Allison. Ooh, you guys are cutting deep. All right, we're about a minute over. Yes, that is the EVH Phase 90. So I think I will send you home with some more Phase 90. All right, there we go. Okay, guys, I think I have to leave now because I think I've been doing this for like 3 hours. Yeah, it's 10:30. I started at 7. That's ridiculous. No one should be doing this for that long. But anyway, maybe we'll do this again sometime. I think it was cool. I had fun. Thank you for all your questions and your comments and your compliments and the support. That was awesome. It was cool. I hope you don't mind me kind of practicing in front of you. Hopefully this was better than a Saturday afternoon at Guitar Center. So anyway, peace out. Yeah, hope to see you on the road. Yeah, drop me a line sometime. I think we're all clearly connected via Facebook, so you know how to get a hold of me. Thank you guys. Signing off, Mark Lettieri with the guitar with the eagle on it. Take care, friends.